Hello, I am author Eileen Schnabel, author of the Kep Westgard Time Travel to the American Revolution series, and we are coming up on the 250th anniversary of Paul Revere's ride. So here's my question for you today. Do you know what two things he was hoping to accomplish on his ride before he was actually captured, which we'll get to in another video? We have like 8 days, I think, before the anniversary. So here, two things that his goals are twofold. One is to warn John Hancock and Samuel Adams that there is a threat of arrest. They are considered, actually, Sam Adams was once called the most dangerous man in the Revolution. And you can imagine that if they had been arrested clear back in 1775, that it probably would have changed the trajectory of the revolution because they were incredibly important people during the revolution. And so part of Paul Revere's goal was to warn them to leave. They were at the Clark Parsonage, which was a relative of John Hancock's. And he said basically flee, which they did. So the second goal that he had was to warn the countryside, specifically the people who were on the side of the rebels, that the British wanted to get all of the weapons that were stored in Concord. That was the main purpose of the British march, was to get these weapons. And that was also why they went at night, because they hoped they could do it secretly. Sun would come up, they were there, they could get everything. And that also might well have changed to some extent the trajectory of the revolution, because at the time in the colonies there was no way to create, there weren't factories for gunpowder and weapons. They were pretty precious supplies, and if they'd all been seized, that could have changed some things as well. So anyway, that was his two goals. You can learn more about Paul Revere's ride by signing up for a Goodreads giveaway for One If by Land, Two If by Submarine, which is a time travel adventure when Paul Revere is kidnapped by a time traveler who wants to change the outcome of the American Revolution so that the British win. And this is what Kep Westgard has to do along with his team to take Paul Revere's ride. So thanks for letting me share, and I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy the upcoming anniversary of Paul Revere's ride.